All right, boys and girls, another episode of the Kosso Ngu show. Yours truly, Amaya Odilon, aka Alexander Ngu. And in this episode, we're going to address the topic of good and evil. So when I was growing up, I always noticed something interesting, guys. I always noticed that the devil was always depicted as a man, as a masculine force, as an ugly masculine force. And I never actually questioned that concept pretty much for my entire life. But for the last few years, I've been thinking, there seems to be a duality that persists in pretty much every aspect of our reality. And what I mean by that is that, there's a dichotomy in everything that we are familiar with, whether it's man or woman, left or right, up or down, inside or outside, good or evil. This duality persists pretty much through every aspect of our reality, through every fabric of our reality. But when it comes to the concept of good and evil is depicted as both masculine forces, and I'm not sure if that's true. It just doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense for the force of creation and the force of destruction to both be masculine. It doesn't make sense, guys, for both the forces of good and evil to both be masculine. It doesn't make sense. It is logically inconsistent. I now understand the origin of feminism and why feminism took off. It's because the feminine essence, the feminine energy has not been accounted for, guys. How can God and the devil both be masculine? Where does that leave the woman? That's the question that you guys should ask yourself. The truth is that if God is masculine and the force of creation, then the devil has to be feminine and the force of destruction. There is no in between. Or the devil is masculine and the force of destruction, and God is feminine and the force of creation. It's one or the other. This explains the feminist movement. This explains why the feminist movement is anti-masculinity. Because anti-masculinity is anti-God, is anti-creation. It's pro-destruction. So I think a lot of men have to wake up to realize that evil, the force of evil, is a feminine force. It's not a masculine force. And the reason why, as a people, we are where we are today is because we have ignored the feminine essence in this equation of reality. And the feminine force wants to be recognized. Guys, this explains why on earth, the greatest test for man would always be whether he can overcome the woman in his life. Because if he can actually accomplish that, then it means that he embodies the essence of God, the essence of creation. And the test for a woman is, can she overcome herself, given that she represents the other side of the equation, the side of destruction, of evil? Can she overcome her internal desires? That is the duality of both genders and what they are supposed to do.